So I'm wearing a steampunk hat, which is really whimsical. You know, steampunk was like something that, you know, because I like old antique stuff and, you know, had like patina stuff and like it was like brass and, you know, had like gadgets and stuff. So initially steampunk, the idea of the steampunk thing really appealed to me in some ways, you know, and then it became just stupid. Another thing to hate. You know, how does that happen? You know, how does that happen? How does like something great come out and then like people are into it and then a lot of people are into it and then all of a sudden it becomes something people hate? Disco. If it was 1980 and you were a disco fan, you could have been like, you know, you could have been hurt. You know, people were like actively going after people who liked disco. And disco was so popular that it became unpopular. So here we have like this idea that's something that has an appeal to it. People crowd around and then consume, and then it becomes a frenzy, and then people hate it. How does that happen? What is matter? What is the matter with us? No, really, because that's just like, that's what happens, right? No, but then there's people that still like it. So they're like, you know, hey, I'm sticking with, you know, peanut butter and jelly, even though everyone hates peanut butter and jelly because people used to love peanut butter and jelly. Now too many people loved it. So like now everyone hates it. Like some fucking Yogi Berra fucking quandary? Quandary or quandrum? I don't know. Quantum quandaries. Quandaries. I like that. That's good. You can have that one. And then, so anyway, speaking of ramblings, I like Bob and Ray. Bob and Ray are my favorite radio personalities. I think maybe it's Fred Allen, Bob and Ray. You know, they were in radio for a while, then switched to TV in the early days. But I just want to show you some of this Bob and Ray stuff I have because I enjoy it. It's weird, you know, so that's why I like it. But it's also like really like homespun and folksy in a way. And it's also very bizarre in another way. So this is a press kit that I got of Bob and Ray catalog, and I got it from this fella here, Larry Josephson. So in about 1996 or 97, I became obsessed with like old radio shows and things. My father had like turned me on to the old radio programs like back when we were kids, and then I just like was like I started to listen to a lot of radio comedians like Fred Allen, you know, and the characters that he had, and then I started listening to Bob and Ray. And I was like, what? You know, this was something to me that was just so great. So I called up Radio Arts, the company that put, you know, the cassettes and everything else out. And I actually got on the phone and I was talking to Larry Josephson. You know, I don't know how, I just was talking to him, and he's like he was the head honcho of this Radio Arts company that sponsored Bob and Ray later on and what have you. And so we got to talking, and I told him, you know, I was like in my late 20s. I said, I'm in my late 20s, and I just found Bob and Ray, and it was like a religious experience for me. You know, it was just like this cornball stuff that was also so bizarre. You know, it's hard to explain really what it was that appealed, you know, that appealed to me. But it was just something. It was just bizarre, but it was also silly. And there's the press kit there. I have a poster of this. This is, oh shit, I have tape on that. This is, what's it, Hirschfeld. Excuse me, I don't know. I don't remember. It's been a while. Anyway, so this is the 1997 catalog with all those, and I do have a lot of the CDs. I think I have. These were some of the collection here. This is some of the collection that I have here. I kind of don't have it in order right now, but it's like, well, actually, this is a funny one here. That's not them. This is not Bob and Ray. But on a side note, I gotta play this. I gotta like put this on my YouTube channel. That's fucking hilarious. And the same, that's, you know, Vincent Price. You know, that's good stuff. So anyway, and Fred Allen, this is a VHS. This was a strange episode. I want to talk about this for a minute. So the Bob and Ray Saturday Night Live episode was painful in a way, I thought, because it's not really their audience, you know. And the Saturday Night Live audience is pretty fickle. I can imagine, you could imagine, or I can imagine for you. But it's like they tried that with Monty Python. They did I don't know when it was, maybe 20 years ago. Monty Python, John Cleese and Michael Palin came on Saturday Night Live, and they did the parrot sketch, and it was like, you know, it just didn't work. Like, the audience wasn't responding, they weren't into it, and it was just like awkward. I thought, this is my opinion, you know, I know people get upset about things. So, anywho, so the Bob and Ray Saturday Night Live thing is a bit like that to me, and it just wasn't there, you know, I don't know, something about it didn't work for me. So it looks like I kept all the newsletter stuff that, you know, the publication sent out, you know, sent out the flyers when something was new, like those two, the lost ones are cool. And then this was just about more volume 3s of the Mary Backstage cassettes were coming out. You know, only people who are really into Bob and Ray are going to understand this, but like, whatever. So Bob and Ray final clearance sale, there's like that. And there's more stuff over here. I don't know. There's like invoices and tickets. What the fuck is this? So as far as CDs go, I have a lot of those as well. These are some of the comedy CDs. I don't think I ever showed some of these. I don't have that many. I have some albums and stuff, but these, you know, I was like really into these things. This is the Richard Pryor, a couple of those, the Lenny Bruce. I bought like a bunch of those. I love those. I have most of those on LP. That's a All Occasions album, which is just like Happy Birthday, more Lenny Bruce, and then Billy. Of course, Billy Hicks is like, you know, top 3 there. He's like the baby Jesus. And Only in America's Funny, Spike Jones, of course. He's like the godfather of something. And you know, here's my Bob and Ray collection. Not Bob Marley, and not Bob Marley, right? That's a funny story too. Dave Letterman, let him tell you that one. Stan Freberg, you know, who's another great one. Jonathan Winters, who's like, you know, he's just an icon, but I don't know, it's hard to listen to now, a little bit sometimes, you know, I don't know. Red Fox, love Red Fox. So that's like a lot of the comedy CDs that I have. So I don't want to, I wish I could play some Bob and Ray for you, but I know that if I tried, I might get run afoul of the copyright police, and I'm just trying to like not do that, although I want to post beautiful things that I have, and some of those beautiful things, well, are like copyright. But like, this is the thing about physical media, is like some of the stuff you can't get. Is this a thing or isn't? You know, are these things out of print, or is it like you can't get them because you can't get them? You know, this is just, I'm just kidding. But really, it's like getting like that, isn't it? So this one was pretty cool. This is the Mary Backstage Noble Wife. Word car speaking. And this is just a recording of some of the broadcasts they did there. I think that was NEW. Were they at WNEW? Scott Muni. This is kind of cool because this is Bob and Ray's, but it has like a corporate tie-in here. I think there's like a paint company involved or some shit. Now, like they're with paint things, you know, you had to kind of make your money and do your things. You had to tap dance as well as sing. So yeah, it looks like a big paint ad, but it's a cool old one, so it's okay. You know, earlier I think people might have thought that I was making fun of steampunk, and I'm really sorry. It's not, you know, like I said, it appeals to me, you know, it's like, oh, gadgets and gears and blah, 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 you know, so it sounded like something I might like. And then I saw it, and I was like, no, sorry. Kids, you gotta fucking ruin everything, don't you?